Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Beshalach from Shishi to Shvi. This week's edition is entitled The Mun, the Model T, and the Ksav Sofer. So the Mun was a special thing. It was made to have Emunah, because the Bnei Yisrael, they asked Manhu, and Man, Men, Nun, Hey, Vav, Aleph are the same letters as Emunah. The Bnei Yisrael would get it every day, and on the sixth day they'd have to have Emunah that there would be food for 2 days for Shabbos Kodesh also. But when they first saw it, they say, Manhu, what is it? They didn't know. It looked something very thin. Is it the main course? Is it food? What is it? Is it a snack, an appetizer? So Moshe Rabbeinu tells them that that it's lechem, it's the main course. You actually don't, it's very satisfying. It's not like a sweet that you have to have a lot, actually too much, before you really feel that you've had enough. But this is the lechem, the main thing. But what does it mean by la'achem la'achla? Well, what do you think lechem is for? Lechem is for eating. So Ksav Sofer answers that, of course, it's not for work, it's for eating. But this is something special that with whatever flavor you want, that's what it's going to taste like. You want it to taste like fish, you want it to taste like steak, you want it to taste like whatever flavor you want, that's what Hashem will make it, if you are deserving, will make it taste like. And therefore it's for your benefit. That's b'shuschem v'chafeitzchem. It's for your desires. It's your possession and your desires, and that's what liachla, that you can eat it whatever way you want. With this, we can see with that special, basically it's 31 flavors, which the Model T card was, you could have, Henry Ford famously said you could have it in any color you want as long as it's black. But Mun, you could have it in any flavor that you want. And that answers the next question, which is, later on in the parak, the Bnei Yisrael said that Manhu, and therefore, even though they saw that it looked like a coriander seed and it tastes like, the default taste was like fried honey cakes, and they called it man because they didn't know what it was. But they knew what it was at this point. Why would they still call it man? So a simple answer would be that you remember the first experience. Oh yeah, that was the thing. We didn't remember what it was. We called it man. So manhu. So that's why they called it. But Ksav Sofer says a different answer. He says that normally, if you ask someone a question, what is that? You get to ask your friend once, and then you know what it is. You're not going to ask him again, what type of car do you have? You asked him once, and he told you what it is, and now you know the answer. But since each Jew could choose every time he ate the man, it would taste like something else. Each time it was a valid question, once again, to say, manhu, what is it? And therefore they called it man. Ksav Sofer goes back to the beginning of the parak, before Shishi, but we'll allow that in Pasuk Zayin. Uboker re'isam es kvod Hashem. And in the morning you'll see the honor of Hashem. So, Yetzias Mitzrayim was something that was Hashem's divine providence for the entire Tzibur, for the whole congregation, just like a king will take care of all his populace. So it's a general, that he pays attention to what's going on. But we haven't really seen individual hashgacha pratis, individual divine intervention, divine paying attention. But when the Bnei Yisrael, each morning the man came out, and they got to choose what flavor they wanted, which showed that Hashem knew their exact thoughts and was responding to their thoughts. So then they knew that this was hashgacha pratis, that there was also an individual guidance, and therefore, it says uboker risam es kvod Hashem. So in the morning, when the man came out, they saw the honor of Hashem. So, with that, I want to wish you all a good Shabbos. So thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week.